A Father's Perspective, Episode 1, Planned Family Man. Good morning, fellow kings, and good morning, queens. If you don't think of yourself as a king or a queen, well then, good morning, fellow humans. First off, I want to say congratulations to those of you just finding out you're going to be having a baby, and also congratulations to those of you that have had a child. Not everyone gets that opportunity or chance or choice, so please continue to appreciate the opportunity you have in front of you. Appreciate the fact that you have an opportunity to bring your fruit into the world during this time in the world. The Bible says that we should be fruitful and live in abundance. Bringing a child into the world is being fruitful. Caring for, raising, providing for, leading, teaching, loving, and giving hope to your child is considered living in abundance. We have the ability to be abundant in all aspects of life, but we choose to focus on what we focus on. You have the choice to do whatever you want, and you choose to do what you do. How do I do this? How do I do that? Are you telling me you've never heard of Google, Yahoo, or Bing? What have you researched and looked into about this and that I can clarify or help you better understand this and that? Please feel free to leave a comment or send me an email at afathersperspective@gmail.com. I am also on Facebook and Instagram at afathersperspective88 and on Twitter at A Father's Perspective. Please continue to do things on purpose and with a purpose. Now let's get into the podcast. This episode is for the kings and or men that have either dreamed of, thought of, or planned to have a kid, children, and a family. Yes, the timing of the pregnancy may have been unplanned, but that was always in your plans. That was always a goal. And you have an idea or expectation of what being a father or parent is. You may not know everything, but you're excited for the opportunity to be a father or parent. The reason I'm speaking in those terms is because some men or boys are having to fight to see or be in their child's or children's lives. Some women are using their children against the person they decided to let inside of them without protection. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of boys and grown people doing things that they shouldn't be doing that deserve that, but there's also a lot of men out here being taken advantage of and being used because they fell into a trap and now they are being strung along. You reap what you sow, gentlemen and ladies. If you decide to be an F-boy, don't expect not to be treated like an F-boy too. The term treat others how you want and expect to be treated is not just something you say. It's something you do, ladies and gentlemen. Since you have planned, thought of, or dreamed of being a father or parent, you are a million steps ahead of the rest of the world already. But we all know, just because we plan something, it doesn't mean things go according to plan. I can definitely vouch for that. I always wanted to have kids, a family, and everything that comes with it. I knew I wanted to have boys and girls. If I only had one child, that would be awesome. But I also wanted to have more than one if the time and opportunity aligns. I found out my then girlfriend, now wife, was pregnant. We both wanted to have kids at some point in our future, as well as a family. Also, my wife is Hawaiian, so a big family would be a blessing, but for us, any amount of children is a blessing and a gift. Even if I had gone to parenting classes, I don't think any class I would have or could have taken would have prepared me for what I had experienced in the first pregnancy. I know no one is really ready to have kids, but I know we aren't ready for that. But I know we weren't ready for what we went through with our first child. I wish things could have been different and turned out different, but I'm grateful it didn't. because I actually received what I asked for and dreamed of, a child. I was blessed with a special needs child that defied the odds and gave me and my wife a whole new perspective and view in life. My first child was a boy, and he was diagnosed with holoprosencephaly in the womb and alobar holoprosencephaly when he was born, and they could actually examine him. Holoprosencephaly is a rare brain disorder that causes the brain not to divide into a left and right side. Usually, when children are born with holoprosencephaly, a cleft lip and palate is normal, as well as a few other symptoms and characteristics. Did we know any of this information at the time? No. Did the doctors know anything about this? No. Did they recommend abortion? Yes. Did we abort? No. For me, it was because no one really knew. And they all said there's a chance and possibility that everything they say, it could be the complete opposite and not apply. But yet they really pressed hard on aborting. But he made it past and defied a lot of their expectations. I don't mean to scare anybody off from having kids, but we were not on any drugs and we didn't drink during the time or before the pregnancy. Neither of us had a clue we would have a child with disabilities, but we did the best that we could, when we could, however we could. Parenting is not easy. Being a mother is not easy. Being a father is not easy. But we figure it out, and we learn to find things to appreciate in the cards we are dealt. No matter what happens in your journey, don't take it for granted, and don't do things that you are going to regret now and in the future. There is nothing I can do, you can do, or anyone besides the person above can do to guarantee that we take another breath or live another day. If you have the chance to do or try something new or different, don't be afraid to try it. If you are willing to give everything to the situation you are facing and dealing with, you might actually be surprised with the outcome. If you are willing to give everything to yourself and deal with yourself, you will be surprised with the outcome. So you got the news you are going to be a father, or you might be a father. Congrats again, by the way. I would, if you can, and you believe she is pregnant, and being honest, with your own money, get the mother of your child a flower, or at least a small gift to show her that you appreciate her, and you are thankful that she is going to be bringing your fruit, your seed, your child into the world. I would also get another pregnancy test and some prenatal vitamins at the same time you get the flower or gift. If you know 100% sure, if you know for 100% fact that she is pregnant, you can skip getting another pregnancy test. But sometimes, fellas, we may be led astray. If you can't trust the person you're about to bring a child into the world with, is it really worth it to be with someone you can't trust or believe? You do not have to stay or be with someone because you have a child. You do not have to care for, provide for, or raise your child. Another man will be willing to slide into your spot and take your position. There's probably someone you know right now that would try to get in your pants or your significant other's pants if you weren't in the relationship you're in or the other person is no longer with you. Hopefully not, but not everyone wants the best for you, and not everyone is willing to give you the best version of themselves. Not everyone will respect you, your relationship, and your values and beliefs. I know brothers who smash the other's girl behind their back. I know friends who smash people they say they would never smash. I know people who let people smash even though they are smashing millions of other people. I know of and have seen a lot of different types of relationships. The ones that last are the ones that take the other partner's needs, wants, values, and beliefs and combine it with theirs as well as respect all of those things. The ones that last have partners that are not perfect, but despite those imperfections, they still work on and grow themselves as an individual so they can continue to give their partner the best version of themselves. When it comes time to work and grow as a partnership, relationship, friendship, team, and parents. The best thing that you can give your child is a healed version of yourself. One where you are in a place that you can give nothing but love, passion, affection, and attention to yourself, your partner, and your child. I'm not talking about anything sexual. Love doesn't require sex first. Passion doesn't require sex. Affection doesn't mean sex. Attention does not mean with sex. Humans are capable of having sex, but so are dogs, cats, skunks, snakes, sharks, fish, flies, and the birds and the bees. A dog will screw any dog that's near it in heat. For some reason, some humans are always in heat. Some of you guys are acting like dogs, having puppies and giving them away or having someone else raise and care for them. Some of you ladies think continually giving up the goodies will make someone change, do better, or act differently. Let me tell you something, ladies. As long as he can still smash, it's not that important. You are rewarding bad or negative behavior. Let me tell you something, fellas. As long as you are willing to let things slide and go, it's not that important. Ladies and gentlemen, as long as you allow, accept, and tolerate negative, bad, and unwanted behavior, that thing will always continue. If they can't respect that, you care about them and your values, beliefs, and feelings, they are going to continue to disrespect you. Because if they were pulled over by a police officer, they wouldn't be disrespectful to them like they are to you, because they wouldn't tolerate it, and there would be unwanted consequences for their actions and words. Yet at home, they do what they want and still get rewarded for their actions and behaviors, because there is no consequence. There is no accountability going on. Fellas, hold yourself accountable and to a standard you would want your children to have. Make a plan for yourself, your family, and your children. I know you're thinking, shouldn't I be planning for the baby? If you just found out, yeah, a little planning will go a long way. Let me help you with the basics that you're going to need. Diapers, wipes, onesies, blankets, socks, mittens, bibs, baby bottles, and a couple of pacifiers. To be honest, don't try to get everything at once, and do not spend all your money on name brand this and that. Babies outgrow things quickly. There's probably a few things that your child won't wear, fit, use, or like. Focus more on creating memories, taking pictures, and connecting with your partner and your baby. Babies, children, teens, and adults are amazed and amused by the randomest and most unexciting things at times, like a lot. Unfortunately, all of those things, all of those things also can be used as distractions from ourselves, problems, challenges, roadblocks, and situations. Sometimes we try to think about all the good and then avoid or run from the bad. It seems like a good idea, but in reality, it's better to work on those things you are avoiding and you have trouble with that has to do with you. Trust me, life hits hard from time to time, even to the best and greatest people in this world. A lot of things that you avoid and run from eventually catch up, and depending on how long this has been going on, it might be a huge snowball, or even worse, an avalanche of stress, depression, anxiety, regret, emotions, and feelings. As men, kings, leaders, and providers, we are taught that we should be like lions. We should act and behave like an alpha, Feelings and emotions get you hurt, used, walked over, and stepped on. Kindness, being nice, that's for suckers. Nice guys finish last. Nice guys finish last. Guess what? Nice guys are actually alpha males. They don't need your respect or validation. How you move and what you do does not change who they are and what they do. They see how the world is and they go against the grain. They don't follow what everyone else does or is doing. An alpha male will let you do all the dumb stuff that you want to do as long as it doesn't stop or affect him. Just because you can bark, puff out your chest, and throw some punches, that doesn't mean and make you an alpha. Uncontrollable habits, anger, rage, and temper tantrums is definitely not something an alpha male has an issue with. They have worked on and learned how to control themselves and respect themselves enough to be pushed into an emotional state. If someone can get you in your feelings, you've already lost. If someone that doesn't know you, care about you, or pay for anything of yours can get you to come puff up, you're nothing but a puffer fish. You get scared, threatened, jealous, insecure, or in your feelings, and it's on and cracking. You get scared, threatened, jealous, insecure, or in your feelings, and it's on and cracking and the end of the world for you. You will get the last say, hit, and or laugh. Super beta. Alphas don't care about that crap. You're just another hyena. You look or sound scary to those who don't know. If you have to intimidate someone to get your way or have someone do something for you, you're not an alpha. An alpha can get things he needs without having to flex or show his cards. Alphas can be male and female. So just because you're a male, that doesn't mean there isn't an alpha male capable of destroying you. Being an alpha is not something you do. It's something you are. It's a mindset, it's a mentality, it's a discipline, it's a lifestyle. Should you worry about being an alpha in your relationships since you're about to have a baby? No. That is the most beta thinking there is. Don't worry about what your role or position is, because you should already know what your role and position is. Right now, your role and position is bettering yourself and positioning yourself and your family to be in a better place, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, nutritionally, and financially. We all have issues and problems. We've all had setbacks and mistakes. Do not let those things stop you from finding the happiness that's hidden inside of you and wrapped up in distractions, lies, insecurities, emotions, anger, hatred, frustration, pride, and your ego. I'm serious, fellas. Now is not the time to push aside any issue or problems that you have. Use this time before the baby is here to better yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Use this time to get a better hold and control of your finances. $1 here, $1 there, a couple over here, and a couple of dollars over there all adds up. Buying crap and junk that you don't need adds up. According to Forbes, 78% of workers live paycheck to paycheck, and that was before this thing that's causing us to stay at home and be at home more now. A lot of people I know depend on and rely on government aid and assistance to live, survive, and get by. A lot of people I know do not have $1,000 in savings, let alone $2 in savings. Every penny they work for and get, they must spend. They have the urge and temptation to spend. They don't have the control not to spend. If they got sick, hurt, injured, or no longer could work, they would be done for. The people they choose to surround themselves with are just like them, and they can't help them because they have nothing to give themselves. That's a big reason why people are so easily stuck in financial dependence of another person. Not just financial dependence, dependence in general. Because instead of depending on and relying on themselves to get, provide, and do what's needed for themselves and their family, they depend on someone else to play that position and role. Don't get me wrong, in a relationship, there's things that you do and your partner does. But I'm talking about on an individual level. If you can't stand on your own 2 feet by yourself, you are somebody's dependent. Someone needs to be there so that you can get by and survive. You say you know this and that and want this and that, but it's all a ploy to get someone to be with you because you need somebody. You need help. You can't do this and everything by yourself. Pay bills, work, cook, clean, take out the dog, feed the dog, clean up after the dog, pick up the groceries, put away the groceries, plan out meals, feed the kids, feed your partner, play with your kids, play with your partner, give your kids attention, give your partner attention, give your family attention, give your dogs attention, give your home attention, and give yourself attention, and rest, and do things that bring you fulfillment, peace, happiness, and joy. Just like it's hard and difficult for you to do all these things by yourself, it's hard for your partner as well. Save the complaining, fellas. It's not going to change nothing or fix anything, and it's only going to make things worse. Like, do you have one of those friends that complains about everything, but everything they are getting is because of everything they are doing? They just want to complain and make it sound like that's not what they want, but their choices, decisions, and actions prove they're just pretending. They're fake. It's a facade. Don't be like those people, because you get the same stupid prizes those people get in half. Broke, bad credit, and having to move somewhere where the cost of living is cheaper, and they still have less than $300 saved in the emergency fund. Saving is hard. Living below your means is hard. Living how you're living now is probably hard. If you have less than $300 in an emergency fund account, I would recommend you write down every single thing you spent money on every month this year. Track every penny, because sometimes it's not even you that's spending the money. Create a budget and stick to it. Don't go all in trying to save all of your money right away, because the probability of you failing to do that is likely. If you are spending 100% of your money and then some every month, you definitely need to create a budget and get some financial counseling. Yes, I know financial counseling is not free or cheap. Sometimes that's why I'm talking about this now at the beginning of your fatherhood and parenting journey. YouTube University is free. If you do not start budgeting now, you will most likely be forced to later on, or you'll end up homeless, car repossessed, or drowning in debt and bad credit. You planned, thought of, and or dreamed of having a child and or family. Now you are being blessed with that opportunity. So why not set yourself up for success for and with this opportunity? Financial stress leads to erectile dysfunction. Relationship stress leads to erectile dysfunction. Stress leads to anxiety, depression, and erectile dysfunction. Why are you stressing yourself out? Stop making dumb choices and decisions, and you will improve your life immediately. Get off your back, get off your butt, get off your phone, and work on yourself. Improve every part of yourself that you can. Learn new things and more things when you can. Listen more than you speak. Give way more than you take. Pay attention to and observe your surroundings. Treat others how you want to be treated. Take care of yourself, your family, and your children. If there's anything I want you to take home and carry with you from this episode, it's to work on yourself. What's it going to take to find something that motivates you to do better and want to make better choices and decisions? If having a child doesn't motivate you or inspire you to be the best version of yourself for and because of them, what will? How would you help your child if they were in your shoes at the moment? If you can't be told anything, then you can't be told anything. Expect your child to be the same way, and don't even think about scolding them for the same dumb crap that you do and did, that you still haven't stopped doing. And for anything that your partner does or did, children and kids are not dumb or stupid. They see the dumb crap that you do, allow, and tolerate. They copy that crap too. It might not necessarily be in the same way, but they mimic what they see, hear, and are exposed to. Take the time to work on and start fixing your bad habits and behaviors now, before your child is born, because you won't have as much time when the child is born, and the extra stress that comes with having children enhances your bad habits, behaviors, and traits. Hold yourself, your partners, and the people you allow and bring around your children to a higher standard than you do your children. Children aren't bad for no reason. There's something causing that behavior, just like you have things you're still holding on to from the past. Children hold on to things and have feelings about things as well. Think about what you do and your actions before you do things. Keep trying to do and be better than you were yesterday. Life is not a competition. It's a marathon, and you win by constantly doing things that are good, better, and great for you. Life is in your hands. Try your best to make yours a good one.